Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. We finally got the data mines, the leaks for the upcoming banner coming out tonight in just like a few minutes probably when you're watching this. And so I'm going to quickly go over, should you summon? I'm going to give you all the information. Now, people were wondering, is this going to be another double Z power banner, or was that just for Bardock, you know, as like a weaning us off the good old days of the triple Z power? No, it seems that this is going to be double. Well, it is going to be. It doesn't seem. It is going to be. But it seems that every LF banner this year will probably follow the double Z power and sparking rates at 20% format. So we know that Jiren is in fact double Z power, so you will get 1,200 Z power if you pull him one time. So that's honestly, that's huge. That's huge. If it was just normal amounts of Z power, that would really suck. So that's cool. As you can see, the other LFs on the banner are UI, Zamasu, and then Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. And then you have Beerus there, you know, the new blue Beerus, who they showed off, the man who nullifies revival with his blue card. So keep that in mind. And the, I believe that, yeah, then there's just the tickets, but that's about it. The picture of Giblet, no, he's not playable. That's what I've heard. He's not playable. But that's not important for talking if you should summon. So what are their stats looking like? Because that's very important. So let's hop on over here to Twitter, actually. Going on to the boy Spoon. Shout out to you, man, if you're watching. But on your Twitter. And these are the stats for full power Jiren. As you can see, he's got 258 strike, 254 blast, which is interesting as he is a range type unit. This man is a range type with, you know, less blast than strike. And then he's got 168 strike defense, 164 blast defense. And if you're wondering if these stats are good, just to give you, and of course this is max level, you know, 14 stars and all that. If you're wondering if these are good, let's take a look here at Super Gogeta, you know, Ultra Gogeta. You can see Ultra Gogeta fully maxed out has 264 strike, 255 blast, and then 166 and 166. So not quite as good as, you know, Jiren's not quite as good as Ultra Gogeta, but Ultra Gogeta is an Ultra unit, and Jiren is only an LF, which is a sparking unit. It's just a special sparking unit. So it would make sense that Jiren isn't quite up to, you know, Ultra Gogeta, but he is actually very good. Like, he actually, Ultra Gogeta is 255 blast, so just below in blast. He's a little bit lower in strike because Ultra Gogeta's got 264, and then Ultra Gogeta has those 166 defenses, and Jiren actually has better strike but slightly worse blast. So Jiren looks like an animal, as you can clearly see here, just, you know, just based off the stats. And then obviously his kit matters, so let's get into the kit here. I have it all in text, but main ability, it doesn't matter how high you climb, I will not lose. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws the arts card Burst Impact next. It'll restore your own health by 30 and ki by 30. Applies attribute upgrade minus 50% to enemy sustained damage, cut effects to self for 15 timer counts. And if the enemy is inflicted with feint, plus 40% ultimate damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. That's interesting. We'll get into that. But again, 25 timer counts must elapse for your alt, or to use your main ability. Then unique ability 1, Burning Ultimate Warrior, plus 20% to damage inflicted against tag Saiyans. So obviously he's doing more against the Saiyans. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Plus 90% damage inflicted, can't be cancelled, which is huge. And then reduces damage received by 40%, also cannot be cancelled. So they mentioned that in the reveals and stuff, but just go over in the full kit here. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. You'll restore your ki by 50, which is nice. That's a lot of ki. Plus 40% damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. This activates 4 times, so you swap them in the 5th time, you don't get that, but, you know, is what it is. Reduces damage received by 30% for 15 timer counts. This also activates 4 times. Cancels attribute downgrade at abnormal conditions, which is big. That's every time he comes into the battle. It'll cancel attribute downgrades at abnormal conditions. He'll restore his own health by 35 when 2 allies are defeated. So that's 35% from 2 allies going down, and then another 30% from his main. So a lot of self-healing, it seems here. His unique ability 2, You're Nothing in the Face of My Power. It applies the following effects to self when an enemy activates Rising Rush. And this is big. Just enemy activates Rising Rush. It doesn't have to hit Jiren. You don't even have to have Jiren out there. you can throw another unit at the Rising Rush if you want to, or if they miss. But if they press the Rising Rush button and you dodge it through a cover change or something, that'll still activate this. And you'll get plus 40% damage inflicted. This also can't be canceled, and it activates twice. So if they rush you twice, Jiren, like if they rush you twice to kill your other 2 units and they have Jiren left, Jiren now gets plus 80% to damage inflicted. He also gets plus 70% to key recovery, which cannot be canceled. This also activates twice. It increases art card draw speed by 1 level. This cannot be canceled. This one only activates 1 time though, not a 2-time thing there. That would get kind of wild. He also will restore his own health by 30% only once when it reaches 0. This cannot be canceled and activates once. So it's, I think this, I mean, it does say that this would activate when an enemy activates Rising Rush. I'm not sure if that means then he has endurance from after they hit the Rising Rush button, like even if they don't rush Jiren, or if it, I guess it would make sense that he just has it at that point forward then, that he gains that ability. So if they rush you, Jiren then becomes an endurance unit, I suppose. So something to keep in mind. Knocks enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against their strike arts. Comboable moves from this are special moves, so blue. Inflict enemy with attribute downgrade plus 10 to all arts costs for 10 timer counts when enemy switches character while this character is on a battlefield. So that's 10 to all arts is nice. Special move, Omega Heat Magnetron. That's a name. Deals massive explode damage, plus 30% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts upon activation, and additional plus 70% special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts if enemy is inflicted with feint. His special skill, Blazing Fighting Spirit, applies the following effects itself upon activation. Restores ki by 50, plus 30% blast damage for 20 timer counts, plus 30% chance for next strike or blast darts enemy to inflict enemy with feint. Cannot be stacked, and this only activates twice. But if you do in fact land that feint, if you remember, if we scroll back up here, his ult will do an extra 40% damage if you do feint them. So that's kind of nutty. And then if they're feinted, you know, they can't do anything. You hit them with a feint, and then you pop that, you know, main to get that ult. It's gonna slap. Destroys all enemy cards on hit. So, and also gradually restores own health for timer counts. Jiren is, it looks like Jiren's built to just be a one-man show. Even though everyone was talking about how the tag doesn't have any good units, which I'm sure will come. You know, I'm sure they'll start putting those out for Universe Survival Saga, Rival Universe, or Powerful Opponent, but Jiren's kind of looking like this man's made to do it himself. Comboable arts, strike, blast, special move, and ultimate. Ultimate skill, Burst Impact, deals supreme impact damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation, plus 40% ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, nullifies enemies, restores own health when it reaches 0 effect, when this character attacks for 3 timer counts. A portion of the damage inflicted will also be dealt to enemy members on standby. However, this cannot cause them to be defeated, but you will hurt their whole team with this. So that's always nice, and you also have blast armor when charging forward. His Z ability, you can see here at maxed out, 14 stars, 38% to Universe Survival Saga, Rival Universe, or Powerful Opponent, base blast attack, and strike defense, and then an additional 18% to Rival Universe, base blast defense in battle. So that is Jiren. I am going to be summoning on this banner. I do plan to summon. I hope I can get Jiren. That'll be, he looks like he'll be fun. I'm excited for it. Even though, again, Rival Universe / Universe Survival Saga isn't in the best of places. But let's go take a look at, well, Topo. The Topo that they announced on their Twitter. We are getting a new Topo. It's an extreme yellow Topo. They also announced an extreme green Dispo. So we are getting 2. Look at those abs, man. Sheesh. Even through the Power Ranger suit. But those are 2 new characters we will be getting. And then Beerus. These are Beerus's stats. Maxed out. Not as good as Jiren, but of course Beerus is just a normal sparking unit. Obviously, he is a melee type, and this is unlike Jiren. He is heavily towards melee type here. So that is Beerus. I actually haven't been able to locate Beerus's like kits. I don't know if that's, you know, like they just yeah, I honestly don't know. Like I go on Legend Space and they haven't put it up here. So I don't know. I've been waiting for this, but I couldn't find it. Also, when I checked my same source for where I got the Jiren kit, they didn't have the Beerus kit, which I found strange. Let me see if I can check again here. Maybe they've updated it. Let's see. Nope, still no Beerus or Beerus kit, which is interesting. But Beerus actually does still look pretty good. I mean, he nullifies Revival, which is big time on his blue. I know he does that. He nullifies Revival on blue. So Beerus is looking spicy. He also nullifies Endurance with his blue card. So you can't live if you get hit by the blue card and it takes out, you know, all that health meter. So I plan on summoning. Whether you want to save now for Anniversary, that's a fine choice. I would say I would not. So based off right now, obviously things can change from when I make this video in the future, but I would say MUI earliest, you'd probably see him because I know that's the hype because he was in the background of Jiren. Earliest you probably would see MUI is the Anniversary. So if you want to keep saving for that, you can go for it. I would assume if MUI is on there, then Jiren may come back around for that banner as well. We'll see. That would make sense though if he did. Again, just a reminder that Anniversary begins at the end of May. The end of May. So right now we are about the end of February, which is the second month. So then we have March, April, and then the end of May. So we're about 3 months away from Anniversary. So really not that far. We're pretty close, to be honest. And so yeah, you got to decide what you want to do with your CC. But I plan on summoning for Jiren tonight. And, you know, it's just really what teams you're running. If you want Jiren or not, you got to just weigh these decisions. I can only give you, you know, the facts. I can't make that decision for you. It's your CC. So that's really going to do it, though. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are new. Go hit that bell for notifications. Go follow me on Twitch. I will be live streaming these summons. So, you know, go follow me on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. It's free. Love to talk to you guys in the chat. And, yeah, I hope you all are staying happy and healthy, and you all have a fantastic day.